You won't believe what Trump just called this news anchor, and the crowd went wild. By Al Waisman for DailyVine.com. And this is why we all love and support President Donald Trump. He has no issue whatsoever calling it what it is. At a campaign rally Saturday night, the president blasted NBC News' Chuck Todd on Saturday, calling him a sleeping SOB. The president made the comments about the Meet the Press host during a campaign-style rally he had in Moon Township, Pennsylvania Saturday night, as he recalled his 1999 appearance on the show, in which he clearly states North Korea needs to be taken out. You ever see the story where it's 1999, I'm on Meet the Press, a show now headed by Sleepy Eyes, Chuck Todd. He's sleeping SOB, I tell you. Trump said, and they showed it this morning, 1999, and I'm talking about North Korea. You gotta take them out now. And then they have Clinton saying, we are pleased to announce that we have made a deal with North Korea, Trump continued. Well, you know how that deal turned out, right? We gave billions and billions of dollars and lots of other things, and we got nothing. But they show me young, handsome. I said, why couldn't I look like that today? I should have run back then, right? Of course, President Trump was referring to the fact that no one in the left-wing Obama and Clinton water-carrying media has been able to give him credit for being the first American president to be able to bring a murderous dictator like Kim Jong-un to the table, even though he did say back in 1999 that the North Korean problem had to be fixed. Watch this here.
The story where it's 1999. I'm on Meet the Press, a show now headed by Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd. He's a sleeping son of a bitch, I'll tell you. And they showed it this morning, 1999, and I'm talking about North Korea. You got to take them out now.
Well, Chuck Todd responded on Twitter early this Sunday morning. Don't miss Meet the Press tomorrow. I know folks may be tired in the morning due to springing forward, so set those clocks and DVRs now before your eyes get too sleepy. Hey, Hillary Clinton would have never called you an SOB, but if you would have criticized her, you might have ended up committing suicide. That's a very good point, Al Waisman. Here's the Meet the Press segment Trump was referring to. This was back in 1999. We could take
One
a
is
little...
North Korea, and you say that you, as president, would be willing to launch a preemptive strike against North Korea's nuclear capability.
First, I'd negotiate. I would negotiate like crazy, and I'd make sure that we tried to get the best deal possible. Look, Tim, if a man walks up to you on a street in Washington, because this doesn't happen, of course, in New York, but if a man walks up and puts a gun to your head and says, give me your money, wouldn't you rather know where he's coming from before he had the gun in his hand? And these people, in 3 or 4 years, are going to be having nuclear weapons. They're going to have those weapons pointed all over the world, and specifically at the United States. And wouldn't you be better off solving this really potentially unbelievable, and the biggest problem, I mean, we can talk about the economy, we can talk about social security. The biggest problem this world has is nuclear proliferation. And we have a country out there, North Korea, which is sort of wacko, which is not a bunch of dummies, and they are going out and they are developing nuclear weapons. And they're not doing it because they're having fun doing it, they're doing it for a reason.
Absolutely. In fact, many news sources are now giving credit to Barack Hussein Obama for breaking North Korea to the point that Kim Jong-un, wanted to come to the table. The failed former president did send an envoy this week to beg the dictator to negotiate. The envoy arrived after the North Korean leader had already announced he would come to the table, but we can all see where this narrative will go. Now, I ask you all, what is a former president who failed miserably both in domestic and international policies doing sending an envoy to North Korea, if not for show and to set up a talking point? It will be great to watch the fake news media try to spin this huge Trump accomplishment, an accomplishment which wasn't attainable by Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, or Barack Hussein Obama. Anyone here remembers when President Ronald Reagan was called a terrorist for taking on the Soviet Union. Via Fox News, President Donald Trump said Saturday he believed North Korea will abide by its pledge to suspend missile tests while he prepares for a summit by May with the North's leader Kim Jong-un. Trump noted in a tweet that North Korea has refrained from such tests since November and said Kim has promised not to do so through our meetings. I believe they will honor that commitment, the president wrote. The president continued the optimistic tone Saturday night when he led a rally for the Republican candidate in a special House race in western Pennsylvania. When he mentioned Kim's name, the crowd booed, but Trump responded, "No, it's very positive. No, after the meeting, you may do that, but now we have to be very nice because let's see what happens. Let's see what happens." Trump shocked many inside and outside his administration Thursday when he told South Korean officials who had just returned from talks in North Korea that he would be willing to accept Kim's meeting invitation. Earlier Saturday, Trump tweeted that China was pleased that he was pursuing a diplomatic solution rather than going with the ominous alternative, and that Japan is very enthusiastic about the agreed-to talks. Trump has spoken with both Chinese President Xi Jinping and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe since Thursday's announcement, and said Xi appreciates that the U.S. is working to solve the problem diplomatically rather than going with the ominous alternative. Trump has previously threatened North Korea with fire and fury like the world has never seen. Trump also said China, North Korea's most important ally and trading partner, continues to be helpful. Trump has repeatedly urged China to do more to pressure North Korea into abandoning its nuclear program. Trump said in another tweet Saturday that Abe is very enthusiastic about talks with North Korea, that the two discussed how to narrow the U.S.-Japan trade deficit. Trump wrote, "It will work out." Trump misspelled Xi's first name as Xingping in the first version of his tweet about China, but later corrected it. Yeah, and the Q Post are having a field day with that misspelling, which could be absolutely nothing. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.